What?
You're the Garfield
Jihad.
jihad. The jihad of the great orange one. This episode is brought to you by Happy Going Nowhere Clothing Company. They make good clothing. I have one of their shirts on. It's pretty nice, so check them out on Instagram. We'll put a link in the bio. Just DM this dude. He'll get you up. He'll hook you up with a shirt. So, yeah, we're big now. Really big, you know? 6 figures big. Right, Justin?
Welcome back to That Was Mint, a big podcast.
Oh, yeah. We have sponsors.
We have enemies.
Enemies of the state.
And, you know, the first notice that you're famous is that you have people against you.
Yeah.
So
with this newfound fame, we pulled some strings. We got the illustrious, talented artist Ethan Hermosillo. You may have heard of his work.
No.
I'm doing like an art exhibit clap. It's just
Like a golf club?
but even quieter than that, so where there's no noise at all.
Got it. No
I like
friction
that.
in between the hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is one of our good friends, and he's an artist. You know, what kind of mediums do you express your artistic tendencies with?
A lot of mixed media. Like dabble with watercolor with some inks on top of it, with some markers too. So a little bit of everything.
Do you like? Is it something like that's just a hobby for you, or is it something you're like kind of studying, if that makes sense? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I would want it to progress into something more into the future, but you know, art's always a tough thing. You know, the starving artist thing. So
Right.
Yeah.
I can never get into painting or drawing. I'm just not a very good drawer, I think. So
Same here. Shaky hands.
shaky hands. You have
Can't
still
get the-
hands.
Ah.
Do the fist thing. It's just like
Justin. Justin.
I don't judge. Well, I'll come clean. I didn't do my recommends. It was a busy week for me. Although I had one movie, so
You know, I thought we didn't do it.
I thought
we just skipped it that week.
no, we did it.
Well, what
I thought you wrote it down.
did I?
Yeah, I wrote it was David Byrne's American Utopia and the soundtrack.
I think I might have written it down on like a piece of paper because my phone
I
died.
think you did, and I thought it was weird when you did it
Yeah.
because I saw you write something on a piece of paper, and I was like, he's gonna forget that,
Yeah, I did.
and then he did.
Well, then we can just.
Okay,
pop on
we'll
over that.
pop on. We'll add some more homework on at the end,
Yes.
and
yes.
maybe you'll have like 1 week where we just get around to all of it. We'll see.
Yeah. So did you bring any talking points, Jeff?
Well, let's do one of yours because it sounds like you have a few, and I have like one. So
Oh, okay. So, well, what are we feeling? You feeling something juicy, something spicy, savory?
Maybe spicy, then juicy.
Spicy then juicy. Okay. I got spicy topic and then a juicy topic.
To
Well,
quench the spice.
Okay, so I'd hate to throw this on you, but you told me something, Ethan, that interested me greatly. Something about revolving Indian temples. Was that you?
Maybe.
Where the stones were like held up in such a way that they're so light they can like revolve really easily.
Yeah, the old masonry. It's really unique. Like you're supposed to walk around the temple and you can actually spin like poles and full-on pillars and stuff, but it's, you know, huge blocks of stone.
Like so tons and tons.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all stone masonry.
Yeah, so that got me thinking about them, the Indians, you know?
yeah,
Like, you know, the OG Indians. Like Bangladesh, that's in India, right?
sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So those kind of Indians. Like they have a very old civilization basically. Their civilization is even theorized to be older than like the Mesopotamians. But since there's no written record of them, they don't really get that much credit, you know, within history.
Mm-hmm.
So the Indians have actually been around for a super long time and have some super trippy things in their old palaces of stone and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen those like in Jungle Book?
In Disney's Jungle Book?
Yeah, King Louis.
Yeah, I know King Louis.
Yeah, he lives in one of those.
Is there any monkeys in there?
Yeah.
Like a big monkey?
Yeah, real big monkey.
They have like a monkey god, right?
Yeah, and he wants to be human. That was a weird movie.
That's not a good movie. I'll come clean.
Wait, what? You don't like Jungle Book?
All those, it's like old Disney syndrome, right? So like, I don't think they're bad movies, but would you ever go watch Jungle Book or like Pinocchio? Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know.
No.
But to me, it's like,
I think
if it's on, I'll be like, okay, but I'm never like, dang, what a movie. You know what I mean?
I think I run it back for just nostalgia's sake, but that's nostalgia's sake, I guess.
That's what I mean. Like,
so that doesn't count.
If I'm watching it with, like, when I was a kid, I enjoyed it obviously, and I probably enjoy it decently now, but it's not something I'm like, dang, dude, I gotta rewatch Jungle Book.
Captivated by it.
Yeah, or like, movies like, I don't know, like some of my favorites, like Blind Spotting and Back to the Future. I'm like, I can't wait to watch that again. But Jungle Book's like, I don't dislike it. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
It's like Robin Hood or any of those Disney movies. Like, I liked them, but
Well, Robin Hood, and then well, what about the classics? Do you think there's any merit in those?
Like Snow White.
Well, yeah, like Snow White and those ones that started the whole debacle.
I think they are great, and I don't think there's much wrong with them,
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I don't know, I kind of view, especially something like Snow White, almost like Citizen Kane, not in quality, but just one of those movies that everyone's like, this was so amazing. This was just like a watershed moment in cinema.
Yeah.
And I can't deny that, but I'm never like I've seen Citizen Kane once. I really don't feel like ever watching it again. Not because it was bad. I was just like, okay,
Yeah, you saw
Citizen Kane.
One of those movies I always love to rewatch is Oz. Like I can watch that nonstop.
Wait,
Oh,
the show about the guys in prison, HBO.
Stop.
That's pretty brutal.
The whole show. Where's Judy Garland? This is weird. No, yeah, Wizard of Oz is definitely one of those. Yeah, all those old movies. Interesting. I don't know. It's hard because it's easy to hear that and go, "Oh, you don't like it because it's old." And like, no, that's not it. It's just that there's been more entertaining things since then. Like, cool, it was the first thing to do that, and wow, it's such a achievement. But also, like, there's more fun stuff to watch. And
Yeah, things have done.
I get a lot more from different movies. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, have you been up on any good film lately?
Me?
You watched anything good?
I watched a few things that are pretty good.
What'd you watch that was good?
So here's the deal, right? I turned off my cellular data for a second, so I'm gonna turn it back on, and I hope that doesn't push me to the edge. All my friends are dead, but I think I can load because I honestly don't. Somebody's car's going off. Interesting.
Oh, hopefully
Lovely.
they can't hear that.
Hopefully it's not
It's
mine.
pretty quiet.
I already told you I saw Pleasantville.
Oh yes.
I'm trying to watch all the old rom-com-y type film from the 80s type beat, like Footloose and like Dirty Dancing and all these movies.
Okay.
Because I was like, they're all on a streaming thing. I feel like I should watch them at some point just to say that I've seen them. So I watched Grease the other day. Grease was stupid, dude. Grease was funny, but not. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah. Ethan, what do you know about Grease?
I haven't watched it in quite a while, so all I remember from it that it was just a musical, kind of 50s-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the substance?
I don't remember the story
No,
much at
the
all.
substance. Grease.
Oh, that's what I was.
The consistency is
That's
great.
what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying I watched the musical. I just stared at a pile.
When it
of
has that grit in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I haven't watched a ton of movies recently, mainly because I've been watching BoJack Horseman all the way through. And let me tell you, dude, it is something. Like all the things you've heard. Have you heard much about BoJack
No.
Horseman? You've heard a little bit from me, but
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. For the sake of the podcast.
for the sake of the podcast. Well,
what is this BoJack Horseman?
well, you've probably heard of it, but it's one of the best. I don't want to call it adult animated things because that kind of has like a negative it sounds negative because then you think of like Family Guy or one of those shows, and it's like, it's like Family Guy. Well, no, it's this really great Netflix show, and I had been meaning to check it out for a really long time, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend like a week and a half watching it, and I watched the whole thing all the way through, and it's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
I'm gonna watch it at some point.
I actually got my brother Owen. He's watching it right now, and he's like actually plowing through it, which I'm like, oh, I'm so proud.
So what age level do you think it was like meant for?
Definitely.
If you'd say it wasn't like for adults, like it's not an adult cartoon.
Yeah, so I think it is for adults. I just mean like it's not adult animation in that like it's edgy.
Got it. Vulgar.
It's not it's not adult because it's adult because
it's not trying.
Yeah,
it's like a show.
It deals with a lot of really mature themes that you'd really only be able to appreciate if you're older. Like a high schooler probably wouldn't enjoy BoJack Horseman, but so finally got around to it. It's great, and it's done, which is also nice. That's kind of why I waited.
That's good.
That's kind of why I sometimes wait for shows to be like finished before I watch it, because I don't like waiting for new seasons to come out. So I'm like, if it can just be out and I can watch the whole thing, that's the dream right there. So that's what I've been watching.
What have you been watching? Big Dog?
Giant Dog? Clifford?
Giant Dog?
I don't know. I was just escalating.
I've been watching much, like videos on Earth ships.
Earth ships?
Yeah, and like renewable resources for building that stuff. So,
well, tell us a bit. What is an Earth ship, sir, for all the listeners at home who don't know about the hip and groovy things?
The hip and groovy things?
Yeah.
So it's a house that's basically it's almost completely made out of all recycled materials. The walls are usually impacted tires, so filled with dirt and bottles. Like a lot of people have like whole walls of just glass bottles, so it looks like like stained glass wall. It's beautiful. And then you can have like a garden set up in there, and how they design the houses is that it has convection, so the cold air gets sucked in, the hot air gets blown out, so it stays like 70 to 75 degrees all year round. Yeah, so with no AC, nothing.
It's like a modern hobbit hole.
Exactly. Yeah. Dream house.
So when am I getting one of these? How does one make one of these?
You have to get the right permit and stuff, which that's what I'm trying to get for my Joshua Tree property. So yeah.
I feel your pain. I get permits for work sometimes. Not fun.
Yeah, man, I get permits all the time when I park in the red part of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Permits?
Permits.
It looks so colorful. I had to sit there.
Yeah, it's a good color.
On the top, I'll get a little.
Yeah, you can get your topic.
I was just gonna say, less of a topic. I have an announcement that I'm doing.
Oh, an announcement?
Next year, I'm gonna. I've done videos by myself in the past. I'm starting it again. So I'm gonna still do this stuff.
Oh, like the Greatest Showman.
Like the Greatest Showman video.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm doing more videos like that. That's the plan. I'm gonna but next year won't be till next year.
Okay.
But one of them that I'm gonna do it on. I've been rewatching a lot of film series. This what did we say this was? People drinking Corona. Yeah.
Yeah, people drinking
People have
Corona.
drank a lot of Corona for 8 months now. And it's too much, frankly.
Chinese Corona.
Whoa.
Is that the spicy topic?
It was European too. It was from Italy as well. And now it's basically
Zimbabwe
American.
And Michigan.
And Michigan.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. They Karina. But I've been watching a lot of series like all the way through. So I watched the MCU all the way through again with my family, which was fun. There's some great stuff in there. There's some not so great stuff in there. I watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies again, which is easy because there's 3 of them. I watched
4, 5, and whatever the heck.
Those movies don't exist.
Those movies don't exist.
So I watched 3 of them. And I watched another one did I? Oh, Lord of the Rings. I watched the Lord of the Rings
Oh,
franchise.
I need to rewatch those. And The
Rewatching it
Hobbit.
right now.
Yeah, and the Hobbit one.
I kind
Right in
of
the middle
my
of that.
parents watched through The Hobbit. I kind of skimmed through. Not that I don't like them, but I was like, I'm here for Lord of the Rings. I'll watch most of The Hobbit because I've already seen them before, and I wasn't as But so right now we're rewatching all the Harry Potter movies,
Harry Potter.
and I love the Harry Potter movies.
You
so
right?
much.
Yeah.
And everyone does this thing. They're like, "Oh, it's British. Let's." But those are some great movies.
Oh yeah, no, I
They're-
like those movies,
Really awesome.
especially the first two.
First two,
First two are freaking crazy good.
I like the original Dumbledore.
yeah, he
I like.
he was
him
great,
a
and
lot more.
I think, it's a shame that he
Yeah.
he died
Yeah.
before they could film the rest. But also, I can't really imagine his Dumbledore in like the later ones.
when it got darker and
When they got
Yeah,
darker
more
and
adult.
Dumbledore's like doing action scenes
Yeah,
and stuff.
true.
I think they could have done a different twist on it.
They could have,
Yeah.
they could have done different things, but I'm just imagining like Richard Harris, the original guy, doing this crazy like,
That throws out his head.
like because he's an actual old guy, and then
Yeah.
Michael Gambon is like pretty old, but he's still kind of nimble and he can do a
Yeah.
couple things.
Yeah.
But
He did a good job still.
Oh yeah.
so one of my first videos that I'm gonna do is about the Harry Potter series. I'm gonna go through them after having seen them. I don't even know how many times at this point, and just kind of, not definitively. I don't want to be that guy. What's your favorite Harry Potter, and why is it Prisoner of Azkaban?
It's Prisoner of Azkaban. How'd you know?
Same. Yeah.
Do you want to know why?
It's the best one.
It was visceral, man. I had nightmares about that movie as a child because I saw it
Yeah.
in theaters. Like, it affected me. Like,
Yeah.
it's just hardcore, man. And, like, that's just the best.
Do you remember who directed Prisoner of Azkaban?
What? It was someone crazy.
It's Alfonso Cuarón.
Of course it is.
Is that not insane that he directed a Harry Potter movie? Yeah. So
Just
I went.
comes in.
No, literally, like I went into rewatching these movies thinking, I think Prisoner of Azkaban's the best one. Just like I was like, I think that's what I think, but I'm not. I'll have to rewatch them. But after rewatching it, that's not true. Turns out Prisoner of Azkaban's the best one, and it's not even close. Like
No.
I'm not even done rewatching. I just finished Order of the Phoenix today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
So-
kind of get a little
They're not
choppy. near
like the
end.
first four are pretty great,
Oh yeah.
and then the back four I still like, but I have more problems with them.
Mhm.
And that's not even like they changed it from the book. It's just there's like some problems with
There's some editing problems in those movies,
There's some editing problems. and
especially the sixth one. You can really tell.
I'm getting that's the next one. That's the one I've seen the least though, to be honest. So I'm kind of excited because I haven't seen it as many as the others.
I liked it. It had a very mysterious, but like a dark, mysterious vibe. Like it feels like the darkest one to me.
Right. Yeah. We won't get into spoilers, but if you haven't,
They haven't been out for years.
I mean, if you've missed the Harry Potter franchise, maybe you're a child. I don't know how many children watch our videos, but if you haven't seen Harry Potter or read it first, then
Yeah.
watch it. That's
Or don't do either.
Or don't do either. You could just shut yourself off from the world.
Yeah.
That's an option.
Read Warhammer.
Oh, we're talking about Warhammer now.
All right.
Games Workshop.
Well, anyway, that's so next year there'll be some videos about that, and I'll
Okay.
talk.
Can't wait.
I'll talk more about Harry Potter. I want to do a video on some other stuff. I want to make fun of the High School Musical movies
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I
God.
watched them for the first time this year.
Oh.
So like I'm not connected to nostalgia at all by
Oh.
them. So I don't know. That was an interesting experience.
Get ready to get ripped a new behind.
I don't care. All right. Well, that's my spiel.
Well, can't wait to see those, bro.
Yeah, that'll be good. Thanks. Can't wait.
Okay. We're going into our next.
Topic.
What did we just
Topic?
did we do spicy first or juicy first?
Well, so we did
Spicy, then
spicy first
juicy.
and then juicy.
Mhm.
There's literally something that starts with juicy in my.
Is it Notorious B.I.G.'s hit song?
Wait, did you say spicy because of curry?
Subconsciously.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
All right. Juicy topic. All right. What's your favorite cryptid? Ethan?
I don't know. Mothman's pretty cool.
Mothman.
Yeah, that one's just really cool that he's just like flying around and he's just like this big bug dude.
Do you know
it's so odd.
Are
Like,
there origins to Mothman?
didn't people just see him like off on the side of the road and stuff like that? And he like terrorized people.
Oh Jesus, I don't know.
Like, I don't think he really did anything. You know, they just like spotted him, kind of like the Bigfoot thing. Which Bigfoot, just big monkey. So
big monkey, big monkey.
Yeah.
Rattle off some cryptids for me. I know two.
Okay, there's Dogman. There's
Loch Ness.
There's Loch Ness.
Okay.
You got like manticores and
so it's just-
phoenixes.
It's just mythical creatures.
It's just mythical creature.
Like-
if it's just mythical
but
creatures.
but like the ones that
manticore.
are yeah. But most cryptids are just creatures that people have
I like the one that's like,
talked about.
I forget the name of it. They're making a movie about it. Like Guillermo del Toro's, it's called Antlers. You know that thing? What's that thing? It's
What a
Wendigo. That's it.
a Wendigo.
Those things are
Is
freaky,
that
dude.
Native American?
Yeah, it's like a Native
Yeah.
American thing. I don't
Dude,
know.
Wolverine fought that in a comic book.
Yeah. Did he win?
I think he did.
Good for
But
him.
Hulk helped him. So
Wow.
What are they again? They're like an undead zombie.
They're like a
they're like a yeti. aren't they?
Yeti kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Thought it was like cannibalism that made him into
Yeah.
the Wendigo.
It's
Yeah,
some-
yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
why I got the zombie vibe. Sorry.
Yeah. I do like the Loch Ness. That thing's cool. Maybe it's because of the water.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur in the water. That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
I don't know. I like all the ones you just mentioned are pretty cool.
Yeah, Dogman's pretty cool.
Dogman, definitely.
Dogman is very elusive, but he's out there.
What breed of dog?
I don't know.
Dog
It's just big and
breed.
brown, really scary. I've seen a video of it. This is crazy.
What is he just running?
He's just in the top of this dude's barn. She's standing there.
This is a dog.
Yeah,
on someone's
no, it was
barn.
Dogman. It was literally Dogman. It was crazy. Anthropomorphic dog creature.
Scary. You keep your eyes out, folks. You never know.
Oh, yeah, werewolves are pretty cool.
Oh,
An American Werewolf in London. That's a good movie.
that is a really good one. I like his dead friend in the movie.
Yeah.
He like degrades through the whole movie. I love that part.
Now, you say dead friend and werewolf. This brings me to the logical next question. Are you Team Edward or Team Jake?
Team. Wait. Which one's
Those girls would be like, Team Jake word. I'm both.
Edward.
Wait,
is
which
Edward
one is
Robert.
Edward's Robert Pattinson,
Edward.
so I'm going
Yeah.
to go Edward.
Edward.
With that one.
Edward, definitely.
I would never betray my boy,
I would
Robbie P.
never
He
betray.
was so good in The Lighthouse.
He
That was
was.
a great performance. It was great. Can't wait to see that Batman.
That's
Dude, ooh, I saw that
That
trailer.
Batman's gonna look good. It's gonna be really.
It
good.
is gonna be so. And what gets me about the trailer is they barely even filmed the movie by the time that trailer came out. They've
Yeah.
filmed like 1/8 of the movie when they
Yeah.
released the trailer.
And it looks hard.
If that's 1/8 of the movie, I'd go see that movie. Like
Exactly.
literally from that trailer, I'd be like, that is
That
enough to
short
sell
film?
me.
Yeah.
So
Who are the villains in it? I know Penguin's in there. Who else is in there?
Penguin's in it, Catwoman's in it,
Catwoman.
Woman.
Riddler's like the main villain.
Ooh,
He's
not
like-
Jim Carrey this time, right?
I think they're bringing him back. I think he's coming back for it.
Alrighty then.
Oh, right.
Aw.
I would pay so much
Oh.
money to see Pattinson's Batman fight Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Jim Carrey now. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. Those are the main three, I think, and then there might be a couple more.
Oh, there's quite a few in the movie though.
They really stuff him in.
That's what I've heard. There's a bunch of rumors. I know Riddler's like in the trailer. He's like the main one that's like voicing over everything. So it seems like Riddler's the main one. Penguin's in there to do some stuff, and then I don't think Catwoman's like a villain, because she's never really a villain in any of the movies she's in. You know what I mean? She's always like not a good person, but also
Yeah, she's always just kind of gray.
yeah.
Unless in the Tim Burton one, she's pretty
yeah.
evil.
Okay, well she's a villain in that.
Yeah, I like when she's a little bit more villain and then a little bit more.
psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this is gonna be how this is, but also I'm not directing the movie, so I don't know. It could be. she's a villain.
Just don't give us Anne Hathaway being Anne Hathaway. Oh wow,
Oh, very interesting.
So ingenious.
Choice.
Her goggles turn into cat ears.
God. Oh, it's so bad. I'm sorry.
Not Nolan's finest.
I thought they did okay on Bane though.
Oh yeah.
I
like
think
that
Tom Hardy?
twist on Bane.
People gave Tom Hardy a
Not
lot
a
of
sumo
trash
wrestler?
for
What?
doing. Yeah, because people were like, his voice
I'm
is
going
weird.
after them.
He's not Bane from the comics. It's like, yeah, okay.
Good. He doesn't look like a
I like
sumo
his
wrestler.
voice.
yeah. Like
I'll break you.
I think it's great. It's funny and it's like actually good. So
Yeah.
definitely one of the better parts of that movie. But yeah, have you seen Tenet?
Not yet.
Tenet? No.
It's Nolan's new movie. I haven't seen it either. It's like it's only in theaters. They're not putting it on.
What do you mean?
What
digital
theaters?
I don't know, theaters.
Drive-ins?
Probably drive-ins. You can see it. Places where we aren't, like,
Yeah, not in Cali.
no. They're. I
Go
mean,
to the drive-in, get shot in the face.
Mm.
Enticing.
hey, I didn't get shot in the face last time. I got shot in the shoulder. Went straight through me into the car behind us.
That's what we need. We need more widespread drive-in movie theaters.
Dude, that'd be so nice.
I mean, apart from everyone getting shot.
Do people frequently get shot in a drive-in movie theater?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But I've just always felt very unsafe every time I've been at one.
Yeah, there's not a lot of. Yeah, you can kind of bring whatever you want in your car.
Oh, yeah, no. It's like...
It's not like, yeah.
Yep.
Please don't get any ideas. You too. Yeah, that's a little sketch, I guess. Never thought of it like that.
I like I don't know if the new movie theaters have it now, but you know the old ones where you put the speaker on your window seal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I know. I think the new ones you have to tune it to
It's
your
radio.
It's a
Yeah.
radio thing.
I like the old timey speaker.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty rad.
That is pretty cool. I did it. I forget if I mentioned it on the podcast or not. I've only been to, I think, one drive-in, and it was during these past 8 months. I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's a good one to see.
That was super fun. And it was that's a great one because, like, I've seen it so many times.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not really paying attention. Like, you know, if I saw like a new movie, it'd be hard to do in a drive-in because I'm like, I don't know, I'm trying to soak it in for the first time. But with Raiders or another movie I'm really familiar with, then I feel like it's easier. So, but yeah, there definitely needs to be more of them.
Yeah,
because it's.
I think there's going to be a trend of that later because how the movie theaters have been. You know, they've been closed for what, almost a complete year.
Yeah.
Literally, like it's.
Yeah.
I looked at the highest grossing films of this year a little while ago, and it's literally like a Chinese film because like I don't know, like it's international, so the international ones always make more money.
Yeah.
So some movie made in China, and it was like Sonic and like
Sonic.
Oh my
Birds
God.
of Prey, like all these movies that came out like in February that would never be at the top of the box office because they're not usually good, and they're literally like that's all there was. So
Crazy.
it's kind of weird.
So I got a question for you guys.
Whoa.
What do you think about streaming services like Netflix or Disney Plus and Hulu and such throwing a whole season out right away or sending one episode out once a week? Which one would you prefer?
I think there's advantages to both. So I like the kind of waiting for something every week. You know what I mean? It helps time, especially now. It helps time pass because I'm like, hey, it's Friday. The Mandalorian has a new episode. Hey, it's Friday. The Boys has a new episode. Those are the only two examples.
The Boys.
The Boys.
Those are the only two examples I have. But yeah. But also I like it when shows come out all at once, you know. But also then it's over right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, now here's the new season. Like when Stranger Things 3 came out. It came out on like the 4th of July.
4th of July.
And I watched the whole thing in one day. It was like, oh, that was really fun. I got to see it all happen. But now it's over. So I'm like, oh, now there's no more thing to wait for. Especially with a show, you're waiting for it for so long. It's just kind of like, oh, well, now I got to wait even longer. So it's prolonging. It's good.
I don't keep up with shows anymore, so it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, you little hipster.
I usually wait till it's just out, you know? And I can just boop.
Yeah. I think, but also it's hard because if shows are really dependent on you paying attention to the story, which are usually the good ones, then it's hard to remember all the details from like
last week.
Or last week, or even like a month ago. Like if something happens in episode 1.
Oh, you're like watching a whole season all in like one day.
And how am I gonna? That's helpful there. But if it's like The Boys, there was some stuff that happened in like the first couple episodes that I totally forgot about by the time the season was ending, and I was like, "What the heck was that?" And I had to Google it, and it's like, "Oh, okay." But I had to Google it, so I don't know. I think there's good parts to both. If it was me, I'd probably release it all at once, but that's just me. Or like even HBO shows do that. I guess that's still normal, right? I don't really watch cable shows anymore, like anything on ABC or US. But HBO still releases stuff every week. So
did HBO release that Lovecraft one?
Yeah, that
was pretty good. I watched like maybe 2 episodes of that.
I've been thinking about watching that because I keep seeing it pop up. I think that looks cool.
I was surprised by it. I thought they did actually a pretty good job keeping the horror aspect with it.
Yeah. I think, I don't know if it's HBO or HBO Max, which is weird that I have to like think about which one's which because they should be the same.
Wait, they're not the same?
No, not technically.
Oh, boy.
Like HBO still does all the HBO things like Barry and, I was going to say Game of Thrones, rest in peace. Not anymore.
RIP.
Like all those shows and stuff, and then Max has like a couple exclusive, like the new Seth Rogen movie that came out this year. That was like
HBO
Max.
More like movies.
Kind of, and some shows.
Huh.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but
interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why they have to distinguish it, but they do.
I don't like it.
Not a fan?
I don't know.
What would you change?
I don't know. Why have it? 2? It's just greedy.
Well, so like if you have a HBO account, it automatically upgrades to HBO Max. Like it did upgrade.
Okay, so it's not like it's separate.
No. So but then the thing becomes, well, if it's the same thing, why make this a Max original? Why make this HBO? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
These companies.
Take it up with John HBO.
John HBO.
The president of HBO.
I think I will.
Shoot him a quick email.
Dear John.
Dear John. I got a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Tesla? The good old...
He was a great electrician, and he did wonders for this country.
He really liked his pigeon, too.
Yeah. Tesla. Yeah, the
company
electric car company.
Not Tesla, yes.
Oh.
By Elon Musk.
I like the man.
Yeah.
I think everyone that's really what do you call it? Unique like him. They always have really big quirks, and people always throw it on the negative side, but he's been doing a lot of good, so.
Yeah. He's got a really, I guess, creative mind is the way to put it.
Yeah.
Like he kind of just does what he wants, but not in a bad way. He's like, I'm going to make some flamethrowers. And then he does.
He has fun. He has fun with what he does. And I think that's what makes him so...
You compare him to someone like, I don't know, some...
Mark Zuckerberg?
I was going to say some not great business person that has a lot of money. We'll make up a name for him, call him like Jeff. So Jeff.
Yeah.
It's like if you have the resources and money that Elon Musk has, then I would hope he does it for interesting things like helping NASA out with SpaceX and things like that. Yeah. That's cool. Like that's really cool that we're getting the space program.
Yeah, not just helping it out, but completely like restarting it with all new technology, everything.
And it's like so. Yeah, it feels not streamlined, I guess, but it feels like it's kind of making steps forward for the first time in a long time. Like they had the launch. I forget if they were launching. They had a launch a couple days ago, I think.
Oh, I think they have them often. Yeah,
they launch a lot.
But like,
they shoot off a lot of satellites and stuff.
But they had, or I don't know if it was a satellite. They might have been manned. I might be wrong about that, but I think they had sent a manned ship up a little while ago. But it just feels like they're moving forward.
Actual
they're going
progress.
Yeah, which is, it's not like for me, like the space program was like the coolest thing when I was a kid. I think most kids want to be astronauts, like when they are young kids.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would still like that would be lit.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's probably the hardest job to get.
Probably.
But you know, I remember doing projects on. I did a project on Neil Armstrong when I was like in first grade. I was like, this is the coolest dude ever. He has the coolest job, and so it's cool to see like there isn't like a Neil Armstrong person yet that's like been to Mars or something like that, but. It's cool to see it starting to move toward something like that.
Yeah,
I don't think there will ever be someone that beats like Neil Armstrong though. Like if we go to Mars, you know, the first person that goes to Mars, it's not going to be anything like Neil Armstrong going to the moon. That was our first contact to another astral body.
I think it'll be cool to be like, oh wow, this was the first person on Mars, but like Neil Armstrong going to the moon, it's just you can't ever compare to that.
Next level.
Yeah, because Mars is just a different place.
It's
like, well, we've already been to moon's not a planet, but you know, we've already been to
astral body.
We've already been to a different one. This is just another one. It just happens to be further away, and we thought it was harder to get to for a while.
I think it's cool that they have 2 moons. Mars has 2 moons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forget what their names are.
Mars Moon 1,
Caspian,
and Mars Moon
Uruguay.
1. And Uruguay?
Uruguay and Caspian. That's the names. I'm serious. Look it up.
Okay.
I think they're Greek, but okay.
That sounds right. What else have you got on that magic tablet?
My magic listo.
Oh, did you want to bring something up about Tesla? That's what you brought up originally. Yeah, and then we spun
did
off
you want
to
to talk,
SpaceX.
or were you just talking about Elon Musk?
Oh, I'm just talking about Tesla, dude.
Okay.
Like what we think.
Oh, yeah, I pre-ordered a Cybertruck.
Oh,
I really want it so bad.
I pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077 in stores. No, I didn't. No, the Cybertruck. Is it still? That's the design of it, right? The design.
It basically.
Yeah.
But they're trying to see with new, because they just have been producing new battery types. They're trying to see what they're going to actually put in it now.
Right.
Because the one I pre-ordered was like the mid-range. It wasn't the super high-end one. It wasn't the cheapest one. Mm-hmm. And it was like 300-mile range, 350, I think. Yeah. But you know, that's better than most today.
It's a good trip.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
But yeah, they're still improving different things. They're gonna start building them.
I remember when it first. Really, next year.
That's crazy. They're already setting up the factories to make them. Yeah.
I remember it first came out and people were clowning on the design a lot, and I was like, it's kind of cool though. Like that always happens where something new comes out and people pick out a little detail of it. And they're like, but guys, like look at the truck, like it's an incredible truck. So
it's always the innovative thing, like the thing that's super different that people always harp on.
Yeah,
because they're just close-minded, schniveling little
rat people.
Gremlin rat people. Yes.
One of my favorite things is that it's just a DeLorean truck.
Like
Back to Future DeLorean as a truck. It's
the doors go like that. That's the dream right there. A DeLorean that won't kill me.
I geek out on that every time I see it. Yeah.
DeLorean is the coolest car until you realize, like until you drive it.
It's the least safe car to like drive.
But gosh darn if it doesn't look cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, I'm glad we're getting it working. Anybody watch that football game on Thursday?
Oh,
I've never gotten to football. I've always wanted to try, but I never have the time to watch it.
Probably not a good year to start on it, just because the fans aren't in the stadiums.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, that's not as exciting. I tell you what, football world, it's pretty cool this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting more into it. There's this quarterback
Who?
named It's the sports time of the show.
Sports.
There's a quarterback named Kyler Murray on the Arizona Cardinals, and he did like the coolest thing I've ever seen a few games ago, where he has the ball in the pocket, and he throws this crazy long touchdown pass from like 40 yards, and they have a camera of him before he throws it, and he's literally laughing in the defenders' faces, and then throws a touchdown pass. And I was like, that is the swaggiest thing I've ever seen a man do, to laugh in the other team's face and then throw a touchdown.
That's
like,
pretty cool.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So that's my update from the sports world.
He's like mere mortals.
But he played on Thursday and he lost, but he's still cool.
He's still got that good little.
He's still got the good energy. I believe in him. He can make it. Yeah.
I heard there's a Viking team.
There's a Vikings team.
Yeah.
I'm
down for anything Viking
Anything
join the team, man.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm a Vikings/Steelers fan.
Ooh,
So
okay.
So yeah, Vikings are great, and they're from Minnesota, and their colors are purple.
Purple's a good one. Royal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's not to love?
You know who I'm a fan of?
I don't
I'm
know.
a big Bills and Raiders fan.
Bills and
That's
Raiders.
who it's all about for me. The two teams with the most toxic fan bases in all of football.
They're actually both doing good this year.
Yeah.
Like they're both maybe gonna make the playoffs. So
See, I've liked the Raiders since I was a wee little lad.
this
Because I was always like, Dad, the pirate guy's playing. And he'd be like, yeah, son, come look.
Oh, the Raiders are pirates?
Yeah.
Oh, the name makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, they got the little pirate guy
Yeah,
on the helmet.
it's black and white, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know a thing. Sorry.
It's all good. They were in Oakland, and then they were somewhere else.
Vegas?
I think. No, they're in Vegas now.
They're in Vegas now.
They were in Oakland, and then they moved somewhere else. I can't remember where. And then they went back to Oakland, and then now they moved to Las Vegas. So, and like that's perfect for them. Like that fan base, in Las Vegas, perfect. Although the shift from Oakland, man, those Oakland Raiders.
Talking about Vegas real quick. There's a place that I've always wanted to take you, Ethan. It's called the Art Factory.
The Art Factory?
It's off Main Street in Vegas.
In Vegas?
It's one of my favorite places on this planet.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, Las Vegas? Yes.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
It's all local artists sell their artwork there. It's all super cheap.
Their wares.
Like, huh?
Their wares.
Yeah, well, it's all
nice.
photography, all paintings, mixed
Ooh.
media, sculptures. They have a garden outside, like a large garden, where you can just chill and paint, sculpt, whatever. Like, I just sat there with, like, 20, 30 different artists. They were, like, doing huge murals and stuff. It's
That's
gorgeous
cool.
there.
I'd go to Vegas for that.
Yeah, I like
Like
the industrial side. I don't like
the
the
pool.
strip. Yeah.
Some food, maybe.
I have vague memories of. Oh, vague. That's funny. Vague memories of Vegas.
Vague Memories of Vegas. That's an album cover.
That's an album right there.
What's that movie of Vague Memories in Vegas?
Fear and Loathing. in Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah, a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't remember. I think I've been there like once or twice when I was really young, because one of my grandparents, my grandma, lived like either in Vegas or like right outside of Vegas, and so we visited her like a couple times. I like remember being in a casino at some point, not to do anything there, but like it was because casinos are hotels too. So I remember walking through a casino, and I didn't feel safe. And I was I was like 7.
There's a lot of
Casinos are a little
interesting
seedy.
people there.
Yeah. So that's all my memories of.
Vegas,
Do you say Nevada or Nevada?
Nevada.
Nevada. Okay. Me too.
But I do say
Nevada.
almond.
You what?
Almond.
You say almond?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, almonds,
You don't say
man.
almond. Do you
What,
really
an
say
almond
almond?
joy?
If I caught you forgetting this conversation and I handed you that candy bar, you'd seriously say almond?
I might say almond joy. It's like a 50-50 chance.
Unbelievable. Almond, he
It
says.
just sounds better. Almond
Do
joy.
you like almond butter or cashew butter?
I like almond butter.
I like almond butter
Yeah.
too.
Cashew butter just tastes too much like cashews.
Or as you call them, cashews.
Cashews. Cashews.
Cashews. Cashews sounds like a spell you cast.
Cashew.
To make shoes.
I was gonna say, is there a country that sounds like cashews?
Cashews.
Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wait, could you keep it going? I need to go somewhere real quick.
Where are you
Have
going?
fun.
Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan.
Okay. Go.
Bring us back some little goodies.
Bring me.
Baklava.
Baklava?
I've never had baklava. I also don't know what baklava is.
I don't know either.
I don't know either. I tell you what, this guy right here, I'm thinking of getting rid of him.
Whole load of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to break the news to him pretty soon.
Yeah. I've only known him for like maybe 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Worst 2 years.
I tell
yeah.
you know 2 years. Try me since sixth
Oh Lord.
sixth grade or something.
No. I'll pray for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Is this your Garfield?
It is my Garfield.
This is
Yeah,
a great
You know,
Garfield.
I've always liked Garfield, and yeah, he's a cutie. I like that he has a little heart.
I know. I was gonna say that's a great addition to him. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I had a teacher for second grade. She was literally obsessed with Garfield. She had Garfield stapled all over her walls. Stuffed animals, clocks, everything. Pens, pencils, you name it.
How can someone like Garfield that much?
Oh, it's really easy.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying it in like the 60 Minutes reporter style of like,
Gotcha.
and explain to the audience, how can someone like,
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, the sponsor, his sponsorship.
Oh.
The sponsorship
I'm
requires
getting
Oh,
some
me.
Sunday.
1,000 apologies. This is a great shirt. And I'm not saying it just because they're a sponsor.
It's a multi-blend, too.
It is a great shirt. I'm going to feel it.
No, feel it. It's
Yeah,
actually
it's a
very
multi-blend.
What the heck?
It's really
That's
nice.
amazing.
Okay, let's just get into this then. This is very comfortable, very stylish. If you like outdoorsy things, you want something to maybe go on a hike in and, you know, look like you know what you're doing, buy this.
This is great. Yeah. No, I'm not. This isn't even a bit. This is like, yeah, that's a great shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even though my buddy made it, you know, feels like something real, you know? Like it's an actual brand.
Higher quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, something a little bit better.
Yeah.
And by supporting them, you support me spiritually through my friend.
Every time you buy a shirt, Ethan feels a pulse of energy.
Just
And he makes that noise
yeah.
wherever he is. Oh, my phone has no data. I was going to look something up. But we haven't talked about stocks yet. Should we talk about...
Oh,
Stocks.
What are your thoughts on stocks?
I've been wanting to get into it, and I keep on forgetting.
Yeah.
I keep on kicking myself about it.
Well, you know what they say about stocks. You invest quick to make it stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Make your finances stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, I've got to tell you, fellas, I'm pretty torn on stocks.
Yeah?
It sounds a lot to me like gambling for dudes in suits snorting lots of cocaine.
Well, I think if you pick the right companies, like, you don't have to worry about it. If you're looking at stuff that's like getting more popular and everything, that's not just a trend, it's like a new emerging technology or something that you kind of see that's actually going places, invest your money into it, not like a you know, a toy company or something.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like gambling to me. Like because it's like, oh, it's kind of risky. It's kind of fun to people. It's I don't know. I feel like your finances shouldn't be that fun and that enticing and entertaining. And
Well,
like,
it doesn't have to be that much at first, because then you can have like stocks in like Apple. You know, back in the day, they thought Apple was kind of a joke and not that good, and now everybody that has stocks in Apple is like living life good. So
yeah.
I guess speaking on money and more availability, you guys gonna buy a PS5?
heck no,
Heck no.
I'm actually
I don't play video games.
going over to the
unfortunately.
There you go.
PC Master Race, man. I'm
No,
done
you're
with
not.
it.
You're not
Yeah.
going to the PC Master.
I'm going to PC Master Race, bro. I'm gonna come to your house to play God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, from my PS5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the only thing I really care about.
Oh, is that game only PS5?
Yeah.
Right?
See, I don't get why they do that. That's just really sad. Like, a lot of people miss out on stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That age is almost over, though, man.
Well,
There's not a lot of
uh-huh.
exclusives anymore.
I like video games, but I can't play them for long. Like, I'm
Mhm.
always too busy, or it just doesn't
So,
stick
yeah,
for me.
that's same. It's like it takes a lot for me to like actually sit down and play through it. Like God of War, I played the first time this year. The first Last of Us I played for the first time, but that took me like 2 weeks each. Where I was just like, that's kind of all I did. Like I woke up and did work and things like that, but I didn't watch any movies for a few weeks. I didn't watch any shows. I didn't keep up with much. I was just playing this game. So I don't know. I'm gonna buy a PS5 probably.
And then you're going to have to get the speakers. And what else, Ethan?
With the speakers, I think that's it. And then they just like monitor you or something.
Yeah, they
some
just
funky-
listen to you.
through
Some
my
funky.
PS5.
Yeah, right? Don't they have a...
They already listen. I don't care.
Yeah, but
They're gonna listen to me.
Yeah,
much-
our FBI agents love us.
They're
how
gonna
much
listen
is
to
a
me.
PS5?
It's like $500.
See, I have other plastic I need to spend
Uh-huh.
$500 on.
Warhammer, sponsor us.
A Warhammer. Okay, come on, bro.
There's is more important
Don't get on
plastic
me
than
for
the
buying
PS5.
a PS5.
Dude,
Oh, no, I'm not getting on you.
Dude, but it's artistic. You can like
Okay,
build it,
yeah,
sculpt a little bit, and
yeah,
paint,
yeah.
and then
No,
you have
no,
like
you
war
can-
tactics.
But he can
Like
enjoy the
chess.
PS5. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna
Yeah,
get a
you do
PC.
you.
just doing my thing. Jeez.
I'm just saying I'm
We'll allow
upgrading the
you.
PC because I
Okay.
feel like it's just a little more versatile, and I've
Alright.
been wanting that.
Okay,
I feel like that's the real adult system.
I'm not judging. I'm just I think I'd get a PS. I've gotten all the PlayStations since then.
Yeah.
And there's a few games, not just God of War, mostly God of War, but there's a lot of games that I'd actually want to play on that. And I don't. I think
Vermintide.
sure. Why not? No, I'm not a big Xbox person. I also think they're gonna stop making Xboxes
Good.
pretty soon.
They're just gonna
Good.
be PC.
Either PC or like Microsoft will still make games. Like they'll probably still
doing
make
that.
Halo, like how Sega does it. Like
Yeah,
they still make Sonic
Hmm.
games, but there's no like Sega Saturns out anymore.
exactly.
So I think that's probably
I
what
can see
Microsoft.
Xbox going to like
I don't know, but Microsoft's
like
been
Razer or
buying-
Alienware kind of vibe, like
Yeah,
like a gaming computer. Just that.
I could see something like that.
Like Microsoft's been buying up all these companies.
That's true.
Like Bethesda, they're like making some big acquisitions within the gaming world. Don't they own CD Projekt Red now too?
Bethesda was big. No, it's like, okay. Do they do The Witcher, and Cyberpunk? Okay, I don't think they do because Cyberpunk's coming out for PS5.
No, they own these companies, but they're cross-platform releasing
Oh.
games.
See, that's the
So
thing.
that Microsoft just gets all the money.
Is I was looking
They
at
probably make some more money.
every year I look at the exclusives that are coming out for each console, and it's like always PlayStation has games I actually want to play. You know what I mean? That are actual exclusives, and then if it's on Xbox, it's usually also on Sony. So, yeah, my big thing was I was like, dang, if I don't get an Xbox, I guess I won't be able to play Cyberpunk if I want to play that. Oh well, and then I looked it up and I could still play it on PS5. So I was like, oh, so I'm losing Halo Infinite for Xbox.
Wait,
Basically.
will Cyberpunk be on PS4?
No, I think it's just PS5.
So that's why they were waiting to release it?
No, they were waiting to release it because it's been in development for like 7 years.
Wait, but but they were planning to release it when the PS4 was out.
I don't know what to tell you.
You can't play on PS4?
Maybe you can.
No,
I think you would be able to, just not as better quality, right? Like frames
probably.
per second, other stuff.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be a little downscaled.
I just know all these games are now like being built for 4K. You know what I mean? So like,
A lot of people don't even have 4K monitors.
Ooh, 4K.
yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. It's a gaming thing. I don't play a ton of video games in general,
Yeah,
but when I do, it's always Dos Equis.
it's always the
Stay
same.
thirsty, my friends. What happened to that guy?
That guy?
Yeah,
he
where's that
quit.
guy? He quit?
Yeah, there's this young dude now.
What's his name? The thirstiest man
The thirstiest man in the world.
alive?
The most thirstiest
Drinking the
man
whole
in the
time.
world.
Stay thirsty, my friends. I do.
Thirsty, 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 my friends.
Look at me. Yeah, he was a
Look how
cool
thirsty,
guy.
thirsty
Who would win, that guy or the old dude from the Six Flags commercials?
Oh, Six
That was
Flags
like,
guy. Because he had his arms. He was like,
yeah, that dude was cool.
I don't remember those.
he was
Oh,
immortal.
Those are sick.
Well, you didn't watch TV.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, there was a old commercial for Six Flags back when it was either first opening or like rebranding itself, and it was this bus pulled up to a neighborhood, and this old dude came out, and it was not an old dude; it was a young guy dressed up like an old dude. And this crazy 2000s techno song starts playing. He starts dancing, and everybody gets on the bus, and they go to Six Flags.
And he goes, Six Flags, more fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You guys really remember that commercial?
I do.
imprinted in my brain.
Well, the song was a bop. It's like.
Oh yeah, no, the song was a jam.
See, I can't remember stuff like that. There's no space.
It was lit.
It was great. I
It was a
love the
different
Six
era.
Flags guy.
I love Six Flags.
Oh, I
I-
cannot do roller coasters. I have vertigo, so yeah,
Justin.
that stuff messes me up.
I like it more than Disneyland.
You like Six Flags more than Disneyland?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
just fun. I like roller coasters.
Okay. Is it just purely that there's more roller coasters?
Yeah, it's literally purely that. Because
That's
like Disneyland just doesn't scratch that itch for me.
Okay. I feel like Disneyland is like there's always the comparison of like, oh, Six Flags is just a theme park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and Disneyland, there's like branding and atmosphere and all these things, and I agree with that. I like Disneyland more than Six Flags, but I've been to Disneyland more than Six Flags. I think I've been to Six Flags. Didn't we? We went in senior year, right? Was that
and
Six
that was
Flags?
an all night
Yeah.
debacle.
I've been to Six Flags once, and it was a great experience. I had a lot of fun, but I've only been the one time. You know what I mean? So I'd enjoy going again, but I don't know. I'm a fan of the environment of Disneyland, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like Not Scary Farm.
Ooh.
Like no roller coasters. F the roller coasters.
Is it
just for the fun?
is it the speed or the height or
Both.
both?
Mhm.
The inertia, getting
The
thrown around.
inertia.
Like
Fair.
I'll just be like working, just sitting there doing like emails or something or
Mhm.
whatever, and I'll just get like a dizzy spell and
Yeah.
like feel like the room just spun on me. So anything that helps that spinniness,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, that's fair. I used to be pretty not anti roller coaster, but like the big stuff. I would be like, I'm not doing that. And now I've kind of shifted. Although theme parks haven't been open in like 10,000 years at this point, so I don't know. I think I'd still like it, but I feel like I get dizzy sometimes, but I feel like on a roller coaster, at least I'm expecting it. You know what I mean? Like I sit on it and I'm like, all right, this is going to be a roller coaster. Here we go. But I totally get why people wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
Is it true Disneyland has a bunch of like cats all around to eat rats?
a bunch of Disneyland cats.
Yeah, a bunch of cats to eat
Commissioned
rats.
to eat
Yeah.
rats.
Yeah.
I don't
My
think.
little sister has like she named one. It's over by one of her favorite rides, and she sees it every time she goes. It's like the same cat. She loves that cat.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Ask your dad, bro. He'd know.
Okay. I don't. Maybe. I don't think that's
But there is
secret.
a lot of cats. Last time I went,
Yeah.
I saw quite a few cats. I saw like 3 or 4.
There's a lot of ducks. Tell you
Ducks. Quack.
what. Quack.
Quack.
What's in the water? There's something weird in the water there.
Poison.
No. There's like a weird animal. I remember
Oh.
there's something weird
Yeah.
there that I wasn't expecting.
The Loch Ness.
Nessie.
Maybe.
Oh, it's Nessie.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure.
Wasn't there an incident with a kid?
Oh,
Oh,
there was
no.
did you spill on yourself?
Yeah, a little bit of
Oh. Well, but whoa, wait, the absorbing power of this shirt is incredible.
Yeah, I know. Happy going nowhere.
Wow, that's amazing.
Man.
Well, in Disney
Just
World,
suck on that little spot. Yeah.
drink it right up. Okay, all right. Don't look at the part of the
Yeah.
screen for a little while.
Hey, kids, look away.
Because Disney World's in Florida, which is like,
Oh, is that the one I was talking about?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's my guess. Is
Yeah.
there's
Kids get eaten
because
by
there's
an alligator.
alligators
Yeah.
rolling around, and
Gator.
I think a kid. I don't know the story with that, but
Yeah.
you know, it's Florida, so it's
Anything happens in Florida.
Harambe type situation.
Harambe. Dude,
Was
don't
he
even-
okay? Was
don't
he
even
the
mention his name.
last male of that species? I heard
Harambe?
something about that. Yeah, I heard that's why it was such a big deal.
I don't know.
I heard there's only like 2 females left,
Oh, maybe.
and that's why it was such a big deal.
Oh, jeez. What the heck? Why'd they kill Harambe?
Because
'Cause he-
someone
'cause he
left
grabbed
their
a kid.
kid just waltz in there.
Yeah, some kid got in the gorilla lair, and
Like, can't you just tranquilize it?
yeah, that was what everyone was in arms about. Like, how you just killed it? It was so
They don't have a tranquilizer gun?
At a giant zoo?
Yeah, even like the kid too, like for his safety, they should be using
Just
a
tranquilize
tranquilizer
the kid,
gun.
you know? So
Well,
he
no,
won't
because if they
notice
miss
what
with a
happens.
bullet, the kid's dead. But if they miss with a tranquilizer gun, maybe he's good.
That's true.
If he's heavy enough, tall enough.
I know the
got
kid
some
was like
meat.
6.
No. It was like a little kid. Yeah.
Oh, well, if he could take some horse tranquilizer, then
I
good
don't
on
know how
him,
he got
but
in there.
I forget. All I know is his American tragedy,
Really
Yeah.
was.
and it honestly, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Everything went downhill after that.
After Harambe
Think
died,
about it.
the Matrix
Literally, nothing was the same after that.
What year was that?
It was 2016.
Well, it's because
Ooh.
the simulation started to unravel. After
Oh yeah,
that
the
event.
stars aligned.
Well, the singularity is Harambe's death.
Uh-huh.
So
So
we're stuck
monkey
in,
see, monkey
in
do.
the Donnie Darko time loop now.
We gotta
Oh,
stop it.
Darnie Darko.
Yeah, we're in the Donnie Darko time
Ooh,
loop.
one of my favorite films.
That's a movie
Ooh.
right there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that big like time worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wild movie.
It is a pretty wacky film.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty bold for that guy. I don't even remember the director's name.
Richard Kelly.
Is it Richard Kelly?
Yeah.
Damn.
Who
I-
directed the first 2 X-Men movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know
So is
that.
it only
X2
two
was
good
him.
X-Men?
But
yes.
yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
But just like that was like 2001. It's a crazy
Mhm.
story to try and
Oh yeah.
pull. Like it's not like it's a franchise. It's not like there was Donnie Darko anything before it. For him to
Yeah.
just come in and be like, "This is
I like one-offs like that.
yeah,
There's
Mhm.
big fan."
So artistic.
I
And
love
the
it.
bunny. Oh, so cool.
One of maybe the best film soundtrack ever.
So
Oh,
good.
Mad World.
As,
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
As
Dude.
as far as songs that are just in the movie,
Well, it's got all those 80s jams.
it's got
It's
all
like
the 80s.
that vibe of songs.
Literally, Tears for Fears,
Mm.
Yeah.
Echo and the Bunnymen,
Boingo,
Boingo,
boingo.
Boingo. Gary Jules, which is a Tears for Fears song.
What? Who else? Oh, the isn't
Duran
there-
Duran's in it.
Oh, there's a
Duran
Duran
Duran's
Duran
in it?
song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Notorious is in
yeah.
it.
Oh.
It's during the
that's good.
dance scene.
Cuties before cuties.
Dude, I saw Duran Duran live. They're
Really?
so good. They opened for Aerosmith. Oh,
Oh.
my lord, I was like
Duran
dying.
Duran.
Oh.
Duran
Opening for
Duran.
Aerosmith.
Oh, they were in furs and stuff on stage. I love when bands get all like wacky on stage.
Those
like
guys are
that.
great.
Yeah.
I love Duran Duran.
I like Hungry Like the Wolf in that one movie. Do you remember that movie where they turned the dude blue?
Oh, what is that called?
It was Max Keebler's, right? Big Move or something.
Big move.
Hold on. I know.
What
what
is
you're
I don't
it?
know. Who is that guy?
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti gets turned into a blue,
Wait, yeah.
orange-haired freaking.
Yeah, orange
fool.
hair. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Keep talking about.
What was?
And I'm hungry like the wolf. That was the best scene in the whole
Oh,
movie.
that was so good.
That's how I learned.
I forgot about
song.
that movie.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I had that crazy psycho chick in it when she was young.
That movie always gives me like the same vibe with the Scooby Doo action, live action films.
Yes.
Ooh,
The
yes.
same kind of feel. Yeah.
Masterpieces
Mhm.
of the highest degree.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Spooky Island. What do you like about that movie? What's your favorite part?
I like a lot of aspects of it. I like that they have like the like weird goblin creatures and you know the really funky animation. I think they spot on got everyone acting wise like
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
play as like you know Daphne, Fred, and all of them. You know,
Especially
Yeah.
Shaggy.
yeah, Shaggy. That was gold star.
Oh, man.
You know what my favorite
My
part
boy,
was?
Matthew Lillard.
Oh, them
When-
cooking in the van.
No, that's the second favorite part. That's a good innuendo that I didn't get to like this year. I was like, oh, it's supposed to look like that. Yeah.
It's,
But
oh,
wait,
go
I gotta
ahead.
tell you the best
Yeah.
part is they're at the bar there, And this dude's like, I got a phone call for a Mr. Do. And this dude comes out, just this random, just like Kentucky, like inbred. And he's just like, Melvin Do. That's my favorite part of the whole movie. Melvin Do.
It's when they're at the tiki bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then he's like, I got some cheeseburgers in the forest.
Oh.
What? That gets him every time.
Every time.
It's called A Big Fat Liar.
Oh.
And that's Paul
Yeah.
Giamatti.
That
Beautiful.
glorious movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Okay. Talking about walking into the forest. Have you guys seen that Netflix show? I think it was filmed in Germany. It's called The Dark.
Oh, I have.
The Dark. Yeah.
I've heard of it, and I've heard it's pretty good.
Really good. There's some subtitling in it and like voiceover, but then there's some scenes where they actually speak English, but like it's really good.
Dang.
I like it. I like the style of it. Uniquely styled.
It's like Tales from the Loop.
It's like Tales of the Loop on Amazon. Tales of the Loop, that is like a painting.
Yeah, it was
That
great.
is such a good show.
Oh,
When I first watched that, I was just
We watched it together, but a
yeah.
good chunk
I
of
showed
it.
you it. It was
Yeah.
so good, dude. I was like loving that.
That was really good. I liked. I've only seen it the one time, but it's definitely like the visuals are really cool. And I liked all the paintings it was based on and all that stuff. Like it's really cool.
Oh, all the concept art that they did with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that one guy's. Wasn't it a guy's paintings?
It was like he had like an art book.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Oh,
the
the
better ones.
Soundtrack.
Soundtrack was great.
Soundtrack.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones I've seen this year.
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of shows.
Actually, that's probably one of my favorites I've seen this year.
The show The Dark actually has really good music in it too. Yeah, and they kind of have like old Tesla vibes in
that's
it,
cool.
like intermixed. Yeah, that's like
Interesting. I always feel like the kind of X factor for films and TV these days, like it can be a really good movie, but usually the soundtrack isn't great. I feel like when you get the soundtrack right, it's like, dang,
Yeah.
that takes it to the next kind of. Because there's a lot of really great movies, but the soundtrack is like, okay, it's like a whatever original. Like a lot of Marvel movies, even my favorite,
like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, even my favorite Marvel movies ever have like a good soundtrack, but usually they're like not very memorable.
Yeah, very normal, iconic songs, you know.
And they buy a lot of stock music and
Mm-hmm.
kind of just do that, but like slightly different. So there's a whole problem with modern movie. But like things like you mentioned The Lighthouse earlier, that's a movie that's already like everything about it's a great, and then the score is great. And I'm like, okay, that just kind of pushes it over the
Blade Runner score.
I haven't seen the new Blade Runner.
It's
what is that one?
fantastic.
What is it? Blade Runner
2049.
2049. Yeah, I forgot what the
It's-
full title was.
But like it's the score always, it kind of feels like it gets left behind a little bit, like when people are planning movies these days.
Yeah.
So it feels like a last second, like, oh, and I guess we need music in the background. So I always
Yeah.
appreciate
Like
it.
an afterthought.
Yeah, or like we got to get the story down. We got to get this and this and this. And it always feels like score is kind of left as like one of the last things people pay attention to, which is sad because it makes or breaks a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, audio is like one of the first things that you judge a thing off of.
Yeah, if a movie has a mess score, I'm like, meh.
Yeah, like so my favorite MCU film's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and that to me has also the best. That has the best MCU score to me.
Yeah.
But even that score, there's some tracks where I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like whatever. But something like Prisoner of Azkaban, you know, is a really great movie. And I'll talk about it more. But like the score for that is like one of the best, or even any of the Harry Potter movies. Like I was having watched the first one recently, like the first Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone.
Was it Hans Zimmer who did those?
It's the
John
Philosopher's
Williams.
John
Stone.
Williams did. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Like philosophers.
It's Philosophers in Britain, and then they changed it to Sorcerers in America
Yeah.
because they didn't think we would get what Philosopher was, and it's hilarious.
Or they didn't think we
Thanks,
knew what
Brits.
the
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone was.
Bloody
They thought
Brits.
it was like they thought sorcerers would make it more obvious it was about magic.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's the alchemist. So
yeah. But yeah. So like that's a pretty good movie. Like if that was a movie and it had a normal score, it'd probably do pretty well. But John Williams did the score, and it's one of the best scores in film history. It's so iconic. So like that takes a pretty good movie to like a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's important, and it gets forgotten all the time.
Yeah, and something to like the original Harry Potter versus like one of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're already playing with stuff that they've like we already have. Like they're doing a lot of like 70s, 80s themed, like 60s to 80s themed music that's already been a thing. Versus the original Harry Potter, they made a whole orchestra.
Yeah.
You know, play this whole new style and everything, which was gorgeous. There's that twist.
And there's like little
artists need to do.
motifs in the music, and this is, you know, the dun 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 that shows up all the time throughout all the Harry Potter movies, and so you know what the score is because at some point something from a previous movie shows up.
Yeah.
In the MCU, which
That
is
consistency.
which is how many films long at this point? You know, how many MCU films have like a thing aside from ba 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 ba?
No, that's the only one.
That's the only one I can think of. So, and it only shows up in Avengers movies, really. So,
Well, yeah, but the MCU, they have so many different styles of
Yeah.
like hero movies. Like,
that's
what,
true.
what is that one? I didn't watch it. What's that Ant guy? Ant-Man?
Ant guy.
like that's like a kid one versus like Iron Man's obviously way more adult. He makes a lot more jokes and like adult, you know.
Yeah, and I think it's cool to do different genres. Like like Black Panther's all like sounding more like tribal, and it's, you know, it's a different sound than Captain America or something.
Bongos.
And that's fine. But I'm just saying, like,
Bongos.
when you're
I'm here for the bongos.
I'm here for the bongos. But like, you know, I don't have to mention Lord of the Rings at this point because I think we all know. But that
so
score is legendary. So
a good analogy is it's literally just like a gun filled with bullets of emotion just shooting you in the face repeatedly.
it's accurate.
Yeah.
But like
wait, there's one, I don't know, the violins just like swell at some point. I think it's in the third one when Pippin rides away with Gandalf.
Yeah.
After he's touched the Palantir and accidentally made Sauron think he has the ring.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm talking about? When the music just swells, he's like,
yeah.
no, and he like leaves. Dude, like, jeez Louise, man.
Yeah. But like, that's what I mean. Like the score for that, you could hear that and know exactly what scene you're talking about. If I played you a song from basically any MCU film, and I hate dragging on the MCU, but it's a good example, so I'm going to keep using it.
Yeah.
But if I played you a song from that, you probably wouldn't know what scene it's from necessarily. Maybe if it was the dun dun dun, you'd know it's like a
You
fight.
could tell what movie it's from, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. There was like, and some of them are more obvious than others. Like the Black Panther theme, like, okay, I hear it and I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Or like the first Captain America, it's all like, da-da-dun-dun-da-da. So I'm like, okay, that's a Captain America.
Way more march band sounding.
Yeah. So I don't know. Get your scores together, Hollywood.
Focus
on it.
You're watching.
They're definitely watching. But also don't make.
Watching.
We're watching. We're watching you through the camera. I'm gonna see how much time has elapsed. Oh, we got a long one, boys.
Hey.
Ooh.
Well, should we do
Means it's a good
one more
one.
topic?
We could do one more topic.
I got a good one.
Okay.
Well, we are in the process, fans, of developing some juicy merch. Delicious, succulent merch.
Not this merch.
No, this is our sponsor. We will be selling our own merch as well.
This
Though
is
there
true.
might be a collab at some point.
Yeah, I think there is going to. I was talking with somebody about that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Anyway, we have this. So, Ethan, we have this really cool artist, you know? I call him the Stallion. That's
Oh,
like
is that right?
The Stallion.
That's his stage name for art, at least. He's been on America's Got Talent quite a few times. He does that thing where you paint something upside down and then flip
And
it
then turn
over.
it over. It's like Simon
Yeah.
Cowell.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But anyway, he's going to do a shirt for us. Dolphin Division.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
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 Be soon.
Pretty soon, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Anyway, it's him, by the way.
Oh, it's him. Behold the stallion.
When the shirt comes out, you'll know this is the boy right here. You'll see some of his work firsthand.
A little.
Just a little.
Anyway, we're keeping it pretty top secret though right now. You can't know anything.
That's why it's at the end of the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because only the real ones will know.
That's true.
Should we give them a hint?
They'll figure it out.
You might see monkeys versus walruses. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
The wars. The monkey wars. What do we call them?
I forget.
The walrus wars?
The monkey wars of... I don't remember.
Prehistory.
So it was important. Google it.
The wars of prehistory.
Yeah, the wars of prehistory.
The wars of prehistory. I love it.
All right. Well, thank you, lads, for bringing me on.
No problem. Thanks for being on. We got...
Recommend?
We should do some recommends, I think. I will ponder...
Did I tell you to watch Videodrome?
Yes, you did.
Ah.
That was yours.
What happened to my phone?
What happened to your phone?
Oh, here
So you're sitting on it?
I was sitting on it. Jeff Bezos' laugh.
Dude, I hate that he has one of those robotical hounds.
I hate
my
everything.
lord.
He's a
Reminds me of
he's
Fahrenheit 451.
Oh,
I'm like,
gosh.
oh god.
he's a figure, all right.
Yeah.
What to recommend? Oh, you're looking at music. I was looking at movies. This is the part of the show where I should have planned earlier what I wanted to pick.
Okay, I got you. I got you on it now, bro.
I was like, what you doing?
Heck yeah. All right. Okay. No wait.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
King of the castle. King of the castle.
Have you heard of this film called Borat?
Oh, what is that?
It's a comedy film.
Oh yes,
About this
I love
foreigner.
comedy.
Have either one of you seen the new one yet?
I did. Yeah, it's pretty good. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I kind of knew that going in. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
What about you, Bones?
I have not.
No.
Or wait, no, I haven't.
You haven't seen the new one?
No. All right. Okay. Have you seen the first Scream?
Scream?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Scream.
Scream?
Yes,
Like
sir.
the horror movie?
Yeah.
The original?
First Scream.
Okay.
Fantastic. As a big fan of horror movies, as a big fan of movies that are kind of aware about horror, maybe I've talked about it a little bit. I think I mentioned it on the show at some point. It's a great kind of horror comedy, and Matthew Lillard's in it. We talked about Shaggy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That should give you enough right there.
Matthew Lillard. Let's go.
I haven't seen the sequels. I'm going to soon. But I mentioned I was going through all like the 80s, 70s movies. I've also been doing a lot of the big horror franchises. So like I did the first Friday the 13th and the first other movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, all those like.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going through this, and I got to the first Scream, and I was like, whoa, wait, this is actually really good. So that's my recommend to you.
All right.
And then on the music side, I'm going to recommend. I haven't heard a ton of their music, so I'm gonna do a single. It's called Fusion or Fusion by Epilogio. You can spell that. It's like a Spanish kind of techno pop. It sounds great. I don't know.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to listen to their albums and stuff, but I heard this single and I was like, okay, if their music's like that, then I'm sold. So that's me.
Okay. So for you, the film will be no. Okay. I'll give you the music first. Okay, so the music is gonna be the Coheed and Cambria album. I think it's Secrets of Silent Earth, like 4 or something. I think Secrets of Silent Earth 4. Anyway, Welcome Home. That song is on that album, and there's some really good bangers on there.
Well, I love Welcome Home, so I imagine I'll like the rest of it.
Good. Yes. I think you will. I think you will find it quite fun. It's a concept album.
Okay.
All their concept albums are kind of sci-fi concept albums, so
Yeah.
it's fun.
And then for your movie,
And then for the film, I would say, have you seen American History X?
no, I think you always mention it, and then I've never actually been recommended
Watch
it.
American History X.
Okay.
That's quite an interesting movie.
Okay.
Quite wild.
Quite wild. All right. Ethan, is there anything you want to... Is there a movie you think we should watch?
A movie?
Maybe we've seen it, maybe not, but...
Really old childhood favorite would be Mad Monster Party.
Mad Monster Party.
Old
Party.
stop motion from the 60s.
I think I've seen that.
Have you?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's got like...
It's the same kind of style, like comedy and everything, as Get Smart or Gilligan's Island, you know, kind of that same
dope.
genre, but it's all, you know, kind of all the cryptids come and hang out for like a big gathering because the mad scientist has a party.
Oh.
But he wants to like kill them.
Oh no.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. But like I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
I remember seeing a VHS copy of it. If it's the thing I'm thinking of.
It's probably that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mad Monster Party.
Mad Monster Party.
Yeah, that one's good.
Well, that's our show. Big thanks to Ethan for coming on the show.
And
Thank you.
Garfield.
And
Thank you.
Garfield.
And
Thank you so
Garfield.
much.
Taking time out of his schedule.
Busy schedule.
Oh
Very
yeah,
busy.
yeah.
That's why we didn't film it on a Monday, folks.
Yeah. Can't wait this
Garfield.
guy.
Well, anyway.
For those of you who don't know, Garfield doesn't like Mondays.
Yeah, that was a reference to the Garfield character. He does not like Mondays.
Yeah. The Garfield, the comic strip, Sunday Comics by Jim Davis. Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, everybody. We'll see you later.
The Garfield
Bye-bye.
Jihad will start soon. Wait, my brothers.
Don't listen to that. All right, see ya.